Our muscular system is composed of two specific muscle chains. These two specific muscle chains are reciprocals of each other, meaning they are exact opposites of each other and that their product is one, which makes the yin-yang symbol a perfect visual representation of how the muscular system and thus the two muscle chains should be viewed. Each muscle chain is spread throughout the whole body, kind of in an X-like pattern to oversimplify for now. Each whole body muscle chain is unilateral. A basketball layup is literally one of your chains in its most concentric form. The popular exercise, the Turkish get-up, is another perfect example of how each chain works. However, we have a problem. And if this problem didn't exist, the Turkish get-up would basically be all anyone would really need to practice. But like I said, we do have a problem. The problem is we developed a much needed dominant hand. And the other issue is our definition and interpretation of the dominant hand is incorrect. Our dominance is not just within one of our hands or even one of our arms, or even one just side of the body. Our dominance runs all the way through our body via one of the two muscle chains that it's associated with. Most likely, the reason why this is misunderstood is because within an individual's one dominant muscle chain that spreads throughout the whole body, it can be divided into two. And for now, we're just going to call one of those sides push and the other one pull. We'll name them later differently for good reason. This would mean that a right-handed person has pull dominance in their right arm and their right leg, but they also have push dominance in their left arm and left leg. For all the lefties out there, you're just the opposite. Your left arm and left leg would be pull dominant, and your right arm and right leg would be push dominant. It's mainly our push dominance that isn't understood. We do understand that we do have dominance, but it's not understood that we have dominance throughout our whole body with one of two muscle chains. This unfortunately means we have a non-dominant muscle chain. And it is this asymmetrical muscle chain development via a predisposed genetic dominance that is making us all victims to a genetic whole body muscular chain imbalance, which is the culprit for a vast amount of issues the present day human being is facing, to put it lightly. Thus, reducing the imbalance between one's two muscle chains is the solution for the vast amount of issues. However, this solution is as wonderfully simple on paper. I have learned firsthand that the application of this information can be quite tricky. This is because merely creating a movement does not guarantee the muscles targeted will be hit. However, of course, we are all not the same, so there will be varying degrees of non-dominant training success from person to person based on a number of variables that I will happily talk about in another video. I would now like to go over why balancing out one's two chains is the solution to so many of these issues. The reason is because the muscular system not only stabilizes itself, it stabilizes all other systems as well. Meaning if you were to visualize a pyramid, cut it horizontally into three parts, you would have the muscular system on the bottom, represented in kind of like a foundation, and then you would have the skeletal system above, and in the top tier all other systems would lie. And this itself shows how the muscular system stabilizes all. Most would think the skeletal system would be at the bottom and that it represents the stabilizing framework. But it doesn't. It's just a bit of an illusion. To conclude, our muscular system stabilizes all our systems, including itself, via two reciprocating whole body unilateral muscle chains. And it is our genetically predisposed asymmetrical development, which gives us dominance, that is giving us so many problems. And without this understanding of the muscular system, unfortunately, we are all basically frogs being boiled in a pot. Most of us are just becoming more and more aware of the imbalance every day. This is actually the main reason why people say getting old sucks. I'm not here discounting natural aging, but getting old sucks is usually in reference to one of their body parts hurting like hell. It's really not that they're getting older every day that is the problem. It's that their muscle chains are becoming more and more imbalanced between each other. I apologize for how grim that may sound, but I feel it does correlate with much of the overall pain most of the population is in, which I definitely am including myself in that statement. Thank you so much for watching. There will be many more videos to come.